Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. If you haven't already, quickly grabbed a beverage of your choice. Make sure that you are comfy in your PJs, and trust me, there's no judgment. Whatever you're wearing, sweatshirt, whatever, because it is Super Bowl Sunday. It's a day where a lot of people veg, get comfy, and just want to cuddle up on the couch with a blanket with their family members. So I know I live in mine, and that's pretty much the best part of our job is that I don't have to get dressed up every single day. So claim your spot on the couch right now, and make sure that you have your listening ears on and you're ready to ask questions. If you have any questions, we'll take them at the end. If we don't have time, then make sure that you are addressing your coach that invited you. So we're about to get started, so you can take any notes, like I said, any questions, and this will be recorded, so you can always check back if you missed a certain portion of this, or if you just want to, rewatch it over and over again, because we're that cool, trust me. So I'm going to introduce myself, and we have 4 other people that will be talking tonight. I have myself, Kristen Beers. I've been a coach for a while, and I'll introduce my little story in a minute. I'm going to mute everybody really fast. Sorry. Okay. So, I am not the only one talking today. We're going to have a party today, like I said. So my friend Kendall will be here, my friend Chelsea, Tira, and Bridget. So we're all going to give you a little bit more insight about us and about where we stand as coaches, and it's going to be a fun time, so get excited. So a little bit about me, and about my where I started. My coach way back when, because I started in June, my starting day where I decided to finally sign up was June 25th of 2014. I was 10 months postpartum from having my son. So my friend, Kaylee, she's also my coach. So we actually have an upline coaches. So even though you're a coach, you still have somebody else that you can lean on and reach out to above you that is always going to be there to help you. So my coach messaged me and said, share your life on a daily basis. Why not get paid for what you're doing? You literally share your story. You share healthy habits and your cooking habits like your coach would. Why not consider helping others and get paid for this? And so I couldn't afford to do this program or this opportunity any other way anyway. When I first started, like I said, I was 10 months postpartum, and my husband and I had decided that I would give up working and be a stay-at-home mom so that I wouldn't miss any of the moments. Plus, we had a lot of hardships. We had 2 miscarriages before getting pregnant with my son. He was born kind of in a scary situation. He was an emergency C-section. That's a whole nother story. So if you really want to know my story about how scary that was, you can message me. Then he had colic for like 3 months. And so I decided, at that point that I just didn't want to miss out on those moments of the good times. And I always wanted to be present with my son, even though that was never my plan. I always thought I was going to be a teacher for like forever, but it didn't work out that way because I'm still able to teach this way, teach my son and then teach out to all of you guys. But I couldn't afford to do this program, which I actually started with PIO. That was what just came out. It was with Chalene Johnson. It was a combination of Pilates and yoga. That it really was the program for me to get started. And the program that actually changed my life, though, was the 21-day fix. So that was what I did immediately afterwards. So you can gauge from my story, I started it all at once. I decided to take people with me on my journey, and not everyone chooses to do it that way, but it seemed appropriate for me, especially with being a teacher. But I was able to teach you guys what I was doing and make mistakes with you. But I lost in my first, I think, 3 months 30 pounds, 2 months, 30 pounds. But I lost a whole lot of weight. Obviously, my baby weight was gone and I gained a whole lot of confidence. So I wanted people to see there's no right or wrong starting point and to find the happiness in themselves. And that was what I was discovering in myself through this journey. So by sharing it with all of you guys as I was going, you were seeing my ups, my downs, and my in-betweens. And if you're hearing a screaming child in the background, I'm so sorry. This is toddler life. I have a 3-nager in the house. So it just shows right now that no matter what, none of us are perfect, even for this call. We just, make it work and roll with the punches. But my business really took off, by the way, because I shared and I invited with others that expressed some of the same feelings that I had felt. I would go into my closet when I first started and I didn't feel comfortable. I was getting so annoyed because I would try on everything in my closet and then I'd walk out and tell my husband, you can go out with me because I am just so frustrated with how nothing fits me, how I feel, how I look. And I'm sure so many of you can relate to that because it's the most depressing feeling when you just don't feel comfortable in your own skin. And then on top of that, I had to fold or hang all the laundry that I had just taken out of my closet as a reminder of how uncomfortable I felt. So that's when I decided enough is enough. And so I decided to become a coach. So I'm going to, actually, I probably should have hit the slides for you guys. Sorry. So I'm going to go over a couple of slides really fast with you. What we do is coaching. We lead by example. We actively lead by example to be our best selves, physically, mentally, and spiritually. We are encouragers. We support others as they take the first steps in becoming their best selves by sharing what has helped us and offering advice and encouragement. We are entrepreneurs. This is our own business. You own your business. Nobody owns it. Yes, Beachbody holds a title, but guess what? Beachbody doesn't tell you what to do for your business. That is why we have a community and we have such an uplifting group of people that help each other. If you don't know where to turn, you either turn to your team, you turn to your upline coach, or you look honestly at YouTube. There are so many coaches that post resources to YouTube. We run our own businesses. So we train others how to turn their business or how to turn their Beachbody journey, so their own journey, into a home business where they can pay it forward and help others begin their journey by leading a healthier and happier life. We are doers and dreamers. We believe in living our dreams and make short-term sacrifices for long-term results. So right now, obviously it's not always ideal to have a screaming toddler while I'm trying to do a call, but guess what? I'm sucking it up because it's worth it in the long run. I love what I do and I want to pay it forward to everybody else. So sometimes I have to make a sacrifice of having somebody screaming in my ear so that I can spend more time with him and that I can help others as well. It takes time to transform your body, don't forget. So it took time to, put on all that, weight. It takes time to lose it. It's the same thing with your business. It takes time. Baby steps build up into one big old awesome experience within your business. So don't, fret if it's not instantaneous, because some people, it happens for everybody differently, but it is all in how you share. The time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well have fun doing it and making some money, right? And then you also get to have fun knowing that you have confidence and freedom to live your life, the best life. And it's totally worth it because you just gained so much off of this experience, just yourself alone. And then you're paying it forward to everybody else. So pretty darn cool, and if you ask me. We want to say welcome to our call. And don't be shy. Ask questions. Be brave enough to start a conversation that matters. Be brave enough to reach out to somebody who might be feeling the same way as you. And don't be afraid to talk to somebody just because it is nerve-wracking, to talk about certain things like weight loss. But the thing is if you don't talk about it, the problem just keeps happening. And so to solve problems, what do? You talk about them. So have a conversation with everybody, that reach out to them, whether it's in your posts or invite people through Messenger and say, hey, you know, I really think that this is an opportunity that, you know, you've been waiting for, you know, and to just share your journey to better your mind, better your body, and better your life. So I already talked about myself. I'll be better about staying up with these slides. Sorry, guys. And now I want to talk about what we do as coaches. We have 4 vitals. And I know you only see 3 here, but they actually just added a 4th vital as a coach. And vitals are our lifelines as coaches. It's what we do. It's what makes our business thrive. And it makes it so that you have a structure, you have an idea of what you're doing, but there's no right or wrong. Our 4th vital, the one that just got added, is super important. It's recognition. It's shout outs. It's making sure that people know that that they matter, that they're important. So if it's a little thing as somebody just gave up, you know, their favorite food because they know it's horrible for them, or maybe they lost an inch, or maybe they lost 15 pounds, or maybe their business is totally skyrocketing. It's such an amazing feeling when somebody gives you a shout out. So we try to make sure that people are hearing what we're saying and giving people a pat on the back, because everybody feels so much better when you get that pat. So that's the 4th vital. Now we also have proof that the product works. That is the most important, because you're working on yourself at the same time. So you're going to share your workouts. Yes, it's uncomfortable sometimes to share, you know, your sweaty selfie, but you know what? That sweaty selfie might have just made somebody get up off the couch and actually move their legs and do something for themselves. Drinking your Shakeology. You have to be, you know, an example. It's just like with my son. If I'm not eating healthy in front of him, you think he's going to eat healthy? No, he wants to do what mommy does. Just like everybody else, you model after what you see. So, you know, we share what we're doing, but not just share that we're drinking shakes, but why we're drinking it. What is it doing for us? It makes me have more energy. It makes me feel better about myself. It added 70 plus vitamins and superfoods to my body so that my body is functioning the way it needs to. And heck, I got it approved by my OB. So clearly it's good enough to even be my prenatal. So clearly it has its uses. Share your transformations, share motivational quotes, workout tips, and recipes. That's what we do to show that we're staying on track, and we're inviting and we're messaging and sharing with others just through what we're doing. Personal development. If your mindset doesn't change, you don't change. So you need to start with your mind. Pick up a book, listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video, whatever you need to do that works for you, 15 to 30 minutes a day, just for self-help, because it's so important that you train your brain so that you're ready to go too. We do leadership trainings. We study and follow other great leaders. So like I said, guys, you know, we're constantly learning, as you know, you are as well. There is never a right or a wrong. But the thing is with personal development, it helps you dig deep and find the person that you want to be. We don't all have the answers. So that's where personal development comes in. It gives you structure. It gives you answers. And finally, our fourth vital is to invite. We build relationships with people. We're not in a business to sell to people. We build relationships by, you know, finding out what's going on in somebody's life. It's a great way to reconnect with new people, but also, or to connect with new people, but to reconnect with people of your past. I know I've gotten close with some people that I never would have, or that have fallen out of my life just because of Beachbody. Heck, 2 of the people that are talking today went to high school together with each other, and this brought them back together. And I'm sure they'll both bring that up. So, you know, message people, invite people to the opportunity, add value to people's lives. This is not about being an icky, sticky salesperson. So next, I'm going to introduce my friend Tira, and she is going to unmute herself and give you a little bit about her background, and she's going to talk for a few minutes.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Cool. Okay, so I started Beachbody the end of last July. Apologize, my kids are running around crazy right now. June just had her first bloody nose all over me right before this started. So there's never a dull moment here. I'm a very busy mom. I counted my hours this last week. I worked like 96 hours. I do get to kind of stay home, so that's cool. But I'm busy. But Beachbody is just awesome. I just basically eliminated a little bit of, I know, she ripped at me. I'm sorry. I'll fix it later. I've eliminated a little bit of TV time, a little less Facebook scrolling, and usually I can do what I want to do because there's no rules to this business. So I do what I feel needs to be done each day in about an hour's time. Some days I do more than that, and some days I don't do anything because you can have a muffin, honey. Because we're busy. It just seems like we're always busy. We don't have a lot of family up here, and like Kristen was saying, I found that with Beachbody, I'm able to just connect with old high school classmates. I initially did not want to join because I thought Shakeology was a joke. I thought it was too expensive. And now my husband and I both drink it for breakfast every single day. My kids drink it. If you ever compare ingredients from that to like a kid's vitamin, you'll see that like there's a ton of sugar in kids' vitamins nowadays. So there's just a lot of benefits. And since I've joined, I haven't had to even pay for our Shakeology because I'm connecting with others and helping them get started on their journey like this. We're not just selling a product, we're selling a lifestyle. And you can be working a 9 to 5 and chasing kids all day and have, my husband's gone all day, basically this whole weekend. Like we don't see him at all. And I just, I do what I can do where I can fit it in. And I just write myself up a little schedule, what I want to do today. Usually that includes, my vitals. I'll watch a movie in a minute. Usually that involves do my workout every day. Personal development is huge. Who wouldn't want to work in a business that makes you the best person you could possibly be? That's part of why I joined, is the accountability. So I get to share my workouts, my life story, my kids, my C-sections, all this craziness that I've kind of overcome in my life, and help just empower, build up other people. So I really enjoy it. Don't say you're too busy, because that's really just an excuse. People sit and watch TV every day. So if you have like half hour to an hour where you would want to devote a little time to help others, reach out and make yourself the best person you can be, it's totally worth it. And I think everyone in the world should just be a coach. It means whatever you want it to mean. You don't have to work a million hours. You can do as much or as little as you want, and it's just whatever you want to do with your business. So hope that helps out. Is that for me, Kristen?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. You want me to talk about what coaches do all day?
Yeah, like what your life is like, because obviously, what I do as a stay-at-home mom is totally different than, in structuring than what you might do because you're working.
Yeah, so exactly what I do as a coach is I try to reach out, just not even, and I run a monthly challenge group where I post motivational stuff. I share recipes, really anything. Maybe my struggles I'll share with, and help other people open up about their struggles or your successes. So I run these challenge groups, which really don't take up any time at all. I just 10 minutes each morning, kind of connect, see what's going on, post something a little motivational. And then I always just try to get my personal development and my workout done, because if I'm not using the products, if I'm not making myself better, I'm not going to be able to help anyone else. Most days I chase my kids nonstop. We're potty training, so a lot of my days just devoted to them. Or no pushing, honey. Sorry about that. But then I am trying to connect with old friends. I'm trying to make new friends. I'm just building relationships with people. Honey, it's okay. She barely touched you. Let's see. I am getting very distracted on this call. Sorry for that. What else do I do? Yeah, I feel like most of the time, instead of watching TV at night, I just, I get on and talk to people about their weight loss journey, where they're at. I run some free challenge groups, so people that aren't quite sure, because it seems like everyone on social media is selling stuff nowadays. So people that are like, I don't know this chick, or what the heck is she doing? Like talking about working out, but then she like drinks beer. It's not like being this perfect person, this perfect fitness guru. Being a coach is just about being real, living your life, except you just squeeze in a couple small things here and there throughout the day. Like you can do it 5-minute intervals. You can make a quick post about, hey, I did my workout. Hey, I'm eating banana ice cream. Hey, I just downed a McDonald's Happy Meal. But you know what? It's not about focusing on the negative. It's about like being like you screwed up or whatever, and you're moving on and changing, being the best you can be. So, I mean, it really doesn't take up much time. It's not that difficult it's really what you make it. So, I mostly chase my kids all day, and I don't really do much extra. That's all I do. But I try to sneak on Facebook and connect and just show people that, you know what, this stuff can change your life, and it's changed my life. So that's why I try to spread the love.
But you're able to balance everything with being a mom, still having a life, and you do get to still watch some TV. You could do this while you're watching TV. You could do it on your commercials.
Oh yeah, I always have Big Bang Theory on in the background because I just like to watch that a little, veg out. But I look forward to doing my Beachbody stuff every day. Like it's not like a job. It's something I really enjoy doing.
Well, and you also work too, so it's all about having a game plan, I feel like, especially for people like you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now we're going to have our friend Kendall talk, and you're going to love her story. She's a new mom, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her.
Hello, everybody. Like Kristen said, I am a new mom. I joined Beachbody back in December of 2014. My coach, Kaylee, we went to high school together and reconnected on Facebook. And she'd actually talked to me when PiYo came out and then when 21 Day Fix came out. But my husband was in grad school and we could not. We legit had no extra. And it was tough. But then she told me about Insanity Max 30, and I have this love affair with Shaun T. He is like my heartthrob. I think I would cry if I ever met him, but it became not an option. She told me about a new Shaun T workout, and I was there. And I was really concerned at first about this coaching thing because I have always, well, not always, I for years have been a workout junkie. I was in the gym every day working out. I didn't have a transformation. I didn't have 50 pounds to lose. I didn't have 5 pounds to lose. I was in my comfortable range. And I was like, who's going to want me as a coach when I'm I don't have anything to show. I'm just working out. I don't have this, big weight loss story or anything like that. But you don't need to have this big transformation, which I discovered. And it's really awesome because, people don't follow you to watch you get skinny or to watch you get fit. They're watching you because you're you. They want to hear your story. And I mean, I honestly, until Lucas was born, and then even then I only had 15 pounds to lose from the time he was born. I was one of those crazy pregnant ladies who didn't gain hardly any weight, and I'm pretty sure I've got friends who hate me for it. But it's because I was able to do these workouts all through my pregnancy because I was doing them before. So it was nothing to get back into them. I was back working out 3 weeks after I had my son, which again, little insane. I'm not normal. It's okay. So, there's I love what this has done for me. I love the people it has brought into my life. Tira and I reconnected after 10 years of high school. So, that's really cool. And yeah. You want me to cover the myths and misconceptions? Yes. Okay. So there's a lot of myths and misconceptions, words to this whole Beachbody thing. First, most important, it is not a pyramid scheme. I'm not earning money for signing 50 bazillion people up underneath me. That's not how it works. And by the way, pyramid schemes are illegal. Just throwing that out there. We don't carry inventory as Beachbody coaches. Everything is online. You don't have to carry inventory. You don't have this certain quota that you have to meet every month. There is a coach fee that we pay so that Beachbody maintains our websites. And again, they worry about all the inventory stuff. So for a little fee every month to not have to worry about that, sign me up, please. There's no like time restriction. Like, you don't have to work this amount of time. You don't have to put this much into it. It is what you do. We pick our hours. We aren't assigned hours. You don't have to do this. I mean, you can work 1 hour a week. You can work 10 hours a week. It's up to you. It is completely up to you. You don't have to have a big following on social media. Like, when I started coaching, I had like 100 friends, maybe, like college friends, a couple high school friends. You build it up over time. And I mean, some of our top coaches started with 0, like no social media, like nothing. And now they're top coaches in the company. So, you know, don't let that be something that stops you. We earn trips. We've got a bunch of people getting ready to go to Punta Cana in April. We have our big company convention conference is in New Orleans this July, and you can earn those trips for free. I mean, hello, how cool is that? So there's a lot going on. If you've got any other questions or, you know, concerns about, oh, well, I heard this and I heard that, well, just ask. You know, don't be afraid to ask. We're not afraid to answer. So I will toss it on to the next.
All right, I'll try to go fast.
Go for it. I was just going to introduce you as Chelsea, guys.
Okay. All right, I'll try to go quick, as I know then Bridget's going to be up next. So a little bit about me. I'm from Sterling Heights. My name's Chelsea Parise, and it's near Detroit, if you don't know where that's at. I grew up playing sports, specifically soccer, many different injuries, specifically with my knees. I've torn both ACLs in my knees. And when I was a junior in high school, I tore my ACL in my left knee, and it was when I was getting recruited from all these Division I schools, and then they all dropped off. I went in crazy. It was depression, dark place, like suicidal, like I was there. Like, it was a very, very bad place. But a couple days after, I got a message from Grand Valley, a Division II school. Sorry, I'm in like parking lot. Just got done working out with my dad. Division II school, and it just it saved my life. So I went to Grand Valley, started for 4 years, made the NCAA tournament, Final Four every year. I've won 2 national championships, 5-time All-American, regional player of the year, like all these crazy accomplishments. And I don't say that to brag, but I say that because trials and tribulations, like all the hard times of like the injuries and stuff, were worth it. And so fast forward, I got my bachelor's in criminal justice. I went to Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety, where I got an internship, a part-time job, full-time job, all working towards my ultimate goal of being a police officer and a firefighter. So I had to get another surgery. It was a cartilage implant, and then they had to break my femur bone and realign it. It was a whole year recovery of no running, jumping, cutting for a whole year. So it was another, okay, now I got to work towards, but I knew what my ultimate goal was, and I knew that if I put in the work like I did last time, I will reap the benefit, and it would be a good investment. It was. I got hired. I was an officer. It was great. I was riding solo. I was on my own. Dangerous, exciting. It was awesome. But then there was a void, and something was missing, and I didn't know exactly what it was, so I moved apartments. I moved into a downtown loft in Kalamazoo. Absolutely loved it. It was awesome. And then still there was a void. I put in for some trainings. I went to Reed interrogation school, learning when people are lying to you. And then I got invited to the Secret Service computer school down in Alabama. It was sick. It was awesome. But still, there was something just missing. And I didn't know what it was. And I'm a huge believer in faith. And I saw this ad on Instagram from Alicia Rose with Beachbody. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I talked to my coworker at work. Her name is Melinda Kendall, and she then told me about 3 of her friends that were Beachbody coaches, and one of them being Kristen Beers. I messaged all of them. I connected with one the most, and I knew like that's the person I want to hook up with, not in that sort of way. And it was Kristen, and from there it just clicked, and I knew that this was a company in it for the right reasons and good intentions of like genuinely helping people out for health reasons. So I got involved. I did 22-minute hardcore, which was it reminded me of the police academy days. So I got into that. And then through Beachbody, I met Bridget, who's on this call, is going to speak next. And through her, then I met her husband, who started his own goalie business for lacrosse goalies. And I wanted to start my own business for goalkeepers with soccer. And now he's like huge mentor for me. He's helped me with logos, my business name, and like I'm doing a coach's clinic with him in the fall, and it's been absolutely amazing. I left law enforcement in November, and now I'm going after my passions of fitness. I'm a Beachbody coach. I'm a high school soccer coach for freshman girls. I'm starting my own goalkeeper business. I'm a substitute teacher. And I also work at a sports center for extra hours and to get extra money. And in March, I'll be taking my personal trainer certification. Being involved in Beachbody, if I didn't get involved, I wouldn't have met Kristen or anyone else on this call, and especially Bridget and then her husband, who has then connected me with a whole nother world of helping me kickstart my business and my ultimate passion for soccer. So for me, this is, I don't know, I think, is it the next slide that is more than a lifestyle or something? Perspective. So for me, this is like, it's not just like workouts and these, I mean, insane trainers and Shakeology, the best shake out there. It's not just about that. It's about the people that you connect with, the lifestyle, people who are in it for good intentions, and it's about self-esteem, self-image, self-confidence, and ultimately like just lighting the fire inside of you to then go after what you truly desired in your life or your passions when you were a kid. Like for me, it's been soccer ever since I was born, and now I'm trying to, I'm creating this whole new business and just doing what is just what I've been doing my whole life. And you can do whatever you set your mind to, and it all starts with not having those limiting beliefs inside of your head that you place there, that society places there. So with this and being a new coach, I signed in September last year. I've learned so much from all of these girls on this call with experience and just like the confidence of like everyone is on a certain point or path in their life for a reason. Like you were listening to this call for a reason. It's not just coincidence or by accident. There's a reason why you're listening to this call, and I think that there's some power behind that. So anything else you think I should cover?
I think you knocked it out of the ballpark.
Awesome. I try to leave room for Bridget.
All right, I'll be quick. So my name is, I'm sorry. So my name is Bridget, and can you guys hear me? Hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All of a sudden I can only see you for some reason. All right, so my name is Bridget, and I have 2 kids, and they're crazy, and one of them just came in here and had to show me a trick with water and just choked and puked on my carpet. So it's like Tira, everything is wild. I am a stay-at-home mom, but I wasn't always, well, I guess technically I was always a stay-at-home mom. But before I had my first daughter, I was a teacher. And I always wanted to be a teacher and never thought about being a stay-at-home mom until I had her. And then like cried about the thought of taking her to daycare. And she was only going to go to daycare 1 day a week, and she was going to be watched by her grandmothers the other 4 days a week. And I still cried. And I cried every day that I took her with me to set up my classroom. And 3 or 4 days before school was supposed to start, my school closed. And then I cried about that. So, but it's because I wanted to be home with my kids. Or, well, I guess I only had one kid then. But after I had my son, I never had gained or I never had lost my baby weight from my daughter. So I, again, had another baby and never lost the baby weight. And then when my son was 7 weeks old, I believe he was 7 weeks old, we moved 2 hours away to the other side of the state, to Grand Rapids, away from family, because that's where my husband's job went. And this is after we spent a year with him living in Grand Rapids and us, Ava and I, living on the other side of the state. So it was very important that we came together, but it was stressful and I was depressed and I hated not having any friends, and I hated how I looked and I was miserable. And I, at one point in my life, had tried everything. I've done Weight Watchers, I've done Atkins, I've done pretty much, if you name it, I've done it. I've even taken diet drugs at some point in my life. I was never had good body image. And even when I was small, I was worried about what other people thought because I was in toxic relationships. But when I found Kristen, I had 21 Day Fix in my drawer and never had used it, and met up with her on a mom to mom site, and people asked questions. She quickly answered my questions. We chatted. We realized we like had so much in common, became immediate friends. And I decided that I needed to sign as a coach because I needed the accountability. Because obviously 21 Day Fix sat in my drawer. So I definitely needed some accountability to get it out of my drawer and to start doing it. When I met Kristen, I, like I said, I decided to start coaching right away. And the reason why I was a lot like hers is we didn't have the extra money for it. So I knew that I needed a discount. And if there's anybody that even possibly could be the slightest bit motivated, interested, I would love to help. And I don't know if I'm going to squeeze this in, but how we make money is we share